Good morning, friends. Welcome to the Strategical Series Part 3. And today's our topic is exchanging the Fianchetto Bishop. Yes. Normally we know that the attacker should exchange the Fianchetto Bishop in order to exploit his weak king, but which is not always true in all the cases. So, so here actually white plays Bishop to h6. But okay, anyhow, this position is bad. So here we cannot suggest a good move for white. But okay, just this is the first basic example of exchange the fianchetto, and then gradually we'll move to the difficult part. So here bishop at 6, then black should play f4. Once the dark square bishop has been exchanged, it is ideal to put the pawns on a dark square. So after f4, now my opponent is forced to take on g-sun, king into g-sun, and here g4. And here black played simply queen h4, and followed by next move is just h5 and rook h8, and simply wins the game in upcoming moves. So this is what the very basic example of the same theme. And now let's move to the next example. Now let's say this is the example which I have showed you in the introduction part, and here it's a white to play. So the point is, should white go for bishop h6 and play g4 h4, or should white go for de5 de5 then bishop h6 and g4 h4, or white should adopt some other idea? So here I would advise you to go for the move e5, and once okay, knight e5 is of course made by queen d6, rook e5 is made by queen d6, so d5 looks very natural. And now if you exchange here with bishop at 6, for example, then now if you just check the mobility, this bishop on g7 is worst piece, while white bishop on e3 is basically focusing on both directions. So I won't advise you to go for bishop at 6 here, because g4 h4 idea won't work, because f4 will remain weak, and black will achieve even knight f8, knight e6, and knight f4 at some point if you play g4. So I would advise you to play in a dynamic way in this position. Instead I would advise you to play more strategical way here. So instead of bishop at 6, I just advise you to play c5 and just make a use of the weak square b6 d6. Just play knight a4, knight a5, then knight c4, like this. So let's see. Now say if knight f8 and you just play queen d6 again. Queen d6 is very ideal because queen is the only piece which is holding black's position. So queen d6, exchange the more pieces which are controlling the dark squares after c5. And after knight a6, now even the bishop c4, so we are threatening to play bishop into e6. Now bishop f8, and now queen into c7, knight into c7, and now knight to a5. So just keeping an eye on b7 and the c6 pawn, and say after rook b8, play knight a4. So yeah, just still we are focusing on the weak squares b6 d6, and now if you just compare this position with the bishop at 6 in the initial position, where we are trading our strong bishop on e3, because according to this pawn structure g2 f3 e4, of course our bishop on e3 is very strong. So it is very bad to trade our strong piece which has a very good mobility, very strong piece, while bishop on f8 is worst piece. So now here we can see the clear difference that our bishop is far better than black's bishop. And after bishop e6, we just take bishop e6, knight e6, and knight c4. And still we are focusing on e5, d6, and b6 square. And after knight c7, we can just play knight a b6, knight e6, and b4. And here after b4, I think this position, okay, we can stop here. Okay, let's check a few more moves, because already white has the clear advantage. So after knight f4, rook d2, you bring the last piece with rook h d1, rook b d8, and just rook double. So rook into d2, rook into d2, and we already discussed that discuss the theme one bad exchange race. So whenever we have total domination like this, the bad bishop on f8 like this, we should trade the remaining pieces. And now bishop g7, we just play knight to a5. And after rook b8, okay, white has a very strong position and win gradually, but here particularly white here takes on f4. Actually, this game between Gaylor versus Bolowski. So Gaylor took on f4, which at first sight looks a bit awkward. But the thing is, this particular topic we can put it in transformation of an advantage. So here white has one type of advantage, which is good pieces versus bad pieces. But white is transforming this advantage into another advantage, which is a material advantage. After, so bishop into pawn into and knight d7, so black is either forced to take d7, but if it takes d7, rook into d7, and we are going to win a b7 pawn, so we are winning material. And even after, say, rook to d8, white just took on f6, bishop into, and after taking everything, white wins a pawn with knight d7. So bishop f4 is a we can say is a in a category of transformation of advantage, where we transforming a solid grip on some squares from material advantage. So here again the crucial point was, should white go for bishop h6 or not? So of course not. Here white should play d into e5 and followed by c5 and have some squeeze on queen side. Okay, let's move to the next example, and here it is the game between two heavyweight champions. Both are around 2600 player, and it's played in a Keres memorial in 1993. And here white played. Okay, white has the similar concept in mind, and white played the very beautiful move f3. And provoking him to play bishop h3, because white wants to play d5 actually. And if white plays d5, his bishop on b2 will be very limited. So white is playing f3. So it is always ideal to put your pawns on same color if you are going to exchange your Fianchetto bishop. So in previous example, we have seen the reverse, that bishop is exchanging and we are putting pawns on that square. Now we are putting pawns on that square and we are forcing your opponent to exchange this bishop, right? So after f3, here bishop f3 is forced, because bishop f5 is simply made by g4, and bishop e6 is made by d5. So black is forced to play bishop h3, and after d5, knight e5, b3. And once black plays bishop g2, king g2, and if rook f d8, then we can even consider the move h3 with the idea of f4 trapping the knight, and if queen is on, then f4, and white has the clear very good space advantage. And if e6, which was played in game, so in e6, now white played rook c1, but even here some other moves like knight f4 is very strong, and once the e5 comes, white can just play knight f into d5, knight d5, knight d5, and there is no immediate way to exploit this weak diagonal with the g7 to a8. So this d6 remains weak, and white's idea is to just play rook c1, queen d2, and rook f d1 with a very strong advantage, because the d6 pawn is remains weak and white has very strong outpost on d5. So this is what the topic 3, part 3 of the Strategical Saturday, and the topic exchanges and exchanging the Fianchetto. So hope you have enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for the next part as well. Thank you, friends.